And a very good day, everybody. Yeah, so yet again, we're back in Train Simulator 2021. And I see that Viper Strike is in the chat. How you doing, my friend? I hope the day is treating you well. So, I did a stream last night, and I failed. I was getting very smug. I don't know if smug's the correct word. Confident. There we go. I was getting very confident. I'm going, look at that. I've done it. 87 minutes of a scenario. I got to 86 minutes and then I think I missed the last stop, so I failed. And so I've decided to give the Japanese route a rest for a day or two, and I'm going to try something slightly different. Viper Strike said the day is going well for him. That's excellent. That's very, very good, mate. And yeah, so sounds like I got a little bit of a frog in my throat. I think it's just sitting down here in the basement with air conditioning. So what we're going to do today, we're going to drive the Class 47 in BR Blue, and the route that we're doing is the Southwestern Expressway, and here is the scenario. And I'll tell you, the only thing I've done with this so far is loaded it up. I have not actually done this yet or driven the Class 47 that I remember anyway, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but you know, that's what gaming's all about, isn't it? You know, just so let's see what happens. As long as I don't do anything too drastic, I will be happy with this. As long as I finish it, I will be happy with this. So here we go. Hello driver, pressure time. There we go. Glastonbury Festival again. This special service has been created to relieve a build-up of stranded passengers due to the urgent track repairs at Bridgewater. Control hasn't really got a proper slot for you, but is relying on other services being late. There we go. To ensure a safe passage for your service. Oh, and there it is gone. Right, so let's have a quick look at the task list. So pick a pass from Castle Carry 1. Okay, let's pull up the map. Center on player. Okay, so here I am here, show task. Wow. So I've basically got to pick up the passengers, so I've got no passengers at the moment. Alrighty. So, what could possibly go wrong? And what I'm doing at the moment, and I'm just checking the... Okay, so we do have another train out there. I'm just checking that if there's any switches that I need to change myself, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Famous last words. Viper Strikes, and he was watching the Flying Fabio stream last night, showing off the DC-6. Yes, I was looking at that myself, mate. That is one complex aircraft. I would be tempted to get it, but I probably would not have the patience to learn it, you know. Right, so let's get rid of... Excuse me, sorry, I thought I'd hit the mute button before I coughed there, so I apologise for that. So let's get rid of the task list. Let's jump into the cab. Right, we've got a green aspect, so I reckon the only thing I need to do is get going, actually. But let's, in fact, you know what, let's have a quick look outside. Look at the size of this thing. Look at it. You know, this is the biggest train that I've driven so far, actually. But look at it. This is wonderful. Like I said, let's see how we get on. Right, so it looks like we've got, okay, locomotive brake. And again, I've not even went through the controls here. We've got train brake, loco brake, throttle, okay, reverser. Now I'm looking at the reverser, it looks like it's not just on or off, so I wonder if I need to use it like a gear. But you know what, we'll find out in a minute. So, I've got nobody to pick up here. In fact, let's just have a quick look again at task list. Yeah, just pick up the passengers. Castle Carry. You know what, so I think we can get going. Let's check the lights actually outside. Yeah, I've turned the lights on. Yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking here. Yeah, Viper, the plane does look wonderful. The price, yes. All of the PMDG stuff is expensive, but you know, you get a good product for it. But again, that's a lot of pennies, isn't it, mate? You know. Right. So reverser forward. and I have no idea how good or bad the brakes are, or the acceleration. So wish me luck. There we go. That's what you call a train. Look at this. Wonderful. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can figure out the controls as we go. So what I'm going to do is pull back on the... Right, okay. What I was doing there, I was messing with the reverser, so it looks like it is really fully on or fully off. But yeah, maximum speed 95 miles an hour. Right. Yeah, this is a little bit nerve-wracking. New train, new route, learning the controls as we go. Wish me luck. Honestly, look at that. What is there not to like about this? Right. But because I don't know the route, I really need to keep my eyes on the lights, actually, on the signal lights. Oh, we're in 100 now, okay. I'm not looking forward to my first set of braking because, again, I have no idea how easily or how difficult this train is to brake, especially with all this weight in the back. Plus I've got local brakes and train brakes on here. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. So ETA is 13:28. If you look down here, so it looks like we've got approximately 25 minutes to get there. So I have a feeling that there's probably going to be a reduced speed power up there because it's 100 miles an hour here. Right, let's jump outside again. In fact, let's wait. But there we go, look at this. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss the next lights. It's one of my favourite pastimes, is missing lights. What do we have here? Ah, marker signs, okay. But yeah, that's wonderful. That is excellent. But yeah, it's a little bit of a miserable day out here, it looks like. Man, look at the scenery though. Again, I mean, yesterday I was streaming on the Japanese route, and I mean, look at that. You can tell this is typically British, isn't it? Ah, we got a green aspect. But one thing I do have a bad habit of doing is thinking, hey, I've done it, I've done it, I've done it. And for anyone that was on my stream last night, you'll realise at the very last stop, I flew through the station. And then I opened the doors and I started moving, so I failed the scenario. And so 87 minutes into it and I failed it. Alright, here we go. So we've got a reduced speed limit coming up to 90, but we're only doing 90.91 rather. So let's pull it back a wee bit. But yeah, I'd never driven this train before. This is completely new. For those of you that have been watching my Japanese, I'm not going to call it a series, but the streams on the Japanese, the story of Forest Rail. Sorry, I'm actually watching the signs here. We're good. And I've lost my train of thought now. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? But it's... Yeah, I have no idea what I was going to say then. Not to worry. But yeah, the Japanese route is beautiful, but in a different sort of way. It's I wasn't expecting to be turning there. Oh, right. Let's have a look at the map, guys. Make sure we're on the right route. So, centre on player. I have a feeling we're doing good. Yeah, we're doing fine. And like I said, it doesn't look like there's any junctions that I need to worry about for a while. In fact, it looks like none of these actually. What are these? Portal. I don't know what these are. I'll admit, I don't know what these portals are actually. But I do need to get some speed up. Chepson2001, hello my friend. He says, good afternoon Seamus, hope you're well. The good old Class 47 diesel. Yeah. You know what, I've never driven this route and I've never driven this train in the simulator. I've been doing Japanese stuff. And I thought today, let's give it a go in some... What's the word for this sky? British sky, I guess. It's but yeah, have a look at this. Look at it. Absolutely wonderful, isn't it? This is excellent. Have a listen to the horn as well. Yeah, solid white sky. Yeah. I guess we could call it a British summer then, couldn't we really? Right, I'm going to get through the next set of lights, then I'm going to see if this train has a carriage view. I'm thinking it does, but I don't want to... Again, right, okay, so we're on a green. Look at this. Look at this. You know, I mean, this is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? This is absolutely outstanding. I don't think I've ever been in a train that had lights on it like this, but yeah. Oh, we've got a toilet over there. You know, I might just drive from back here for a while. Look at it. Oh, and there's a car moving on the road over there as well. Didn't we see that? This is what I love about train simulators. And let's take a photo. It's a shame there's nothing in the sky actually, but don't matter. We're here to look at the train. Oh, look at this. This is just like owning a train set and not actually knowing what's coming around the corner. I do call Train Simulator my train set, so yeah, this is lovely. And again, this appeals to me, you know, the older clunky trains. And it's a bit like with Flight Simulator. I like the older clunky steam driven, you know, steam gauges, diesel, petrol, whatever you call them. It's and the same with the buses. I love it. Look at it, maximum speed 95. Oh, I guess I better keep an eye on that. But yeah, so far so good. I haven't messed up, and that's really unusual for me, to be honest. Yesterday, when I was doing my stream, it was quite unusual because I had it all set up, everything was working great, and then I decided right at the beginning of the stream I was going to cough, so I put the microphone on mute. The only problem was, for the first 15 minutes of the stream I forgot to unmute the microphone, and I was having a grand old chat to Kendra and Jay Winnaker. I think Jay Winnaker came in after I unmuted it, but I was having a grand old chat, and then I looked down and there's this big red light on my microphone. So even though I thought I was prepared, it was like, nah. Right, look at this scenery. Honestly, I say this every time I do something with any simulator, but my respect to the developers who design these. I mean, the patience required to sit down and do this. Look at that, they had allotments out the back. And look at these buildings. Right, let's have a quick look outside again. I think we're good. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. Right, let me jump back in the cab. Yeah, I'm getting paranoid about making a mistake because I still have no idea how quickly this train brakes. So what do we have? Jefferson says when he was a kid he went on the Settle to Carlisle route. Now there is a famous route, mate. That is one famous route. Started in Leeds and it was this particular set of rolling stock as you have in the sim. Wow. Well, I'm glad I could do this just for you, mate. I had my head out the small window most of the way, you know, didn't we all? Man, that is so cool, Gibson. Thanks for sharing your little story there, bud. Right, so again I need to keep an eye on the aspect coming up. One thing they did say, if you went at the beginning of the stream for this scenario, is that this is an unscheduled journey to pick up the extra passengers at the Glastonbury festival. So there is no schedule, and what they're relying on is all the other trains being late. So hopefully I won't be close to any other trains in front, and I should have these green. I call it an aspect. This light here, it's a green aspect. So hang on, let me sound the horn. I don't know if you need to sound the horn, but I do it anyway. Alright, let's get through the next light. And I'm going to jump back into the carriage view again, actually, because that was rather neat. Alright, we've got a green. This looks like first class, doesn't it? I remember travelling way back in the 80s and you know, from Edinburgh down to England or wherever on the train, and I still remember these sort of tables, not with the lights of course, but yeah, this looks like first class carriage. Love it. Definitely the way to travel, you know. Alright, let's have a look at this guy. I should have taken a picture there, that looked rather nice. There we go, let's do this guy. It's again, it's a shame about the sky, but look at that. There's just something about these old trains. I'll do one more before I jump back in the cab. There we go. Hey, there's a picture. I'm sure I heard a motorbike a few seconds ago there. Man, that's wonderful. Alright, let's have a quick look at the map, see how far we got to go. So center on player. Wow, we're shifting. And the task is here. Okay. So where do we go? A fair bit to go actually. So they were there. I just want to make sure that there's no junctions that I need to swap myself. So it's pick up the passengers from Castle Carry 1. Yeah, so again it doesn't look like there's any that I need to change myself there, so I'll check. You know what, I get a little bit paranoid. I'll check again in a few minutes when we get a little bit closer. So task list, what do we have? Oh, right. The Weymouth Worcester service has been given passage before you. Provision has been made to allow your service to pass the stopper when it takes the Frome loop. No idea what that means. So it's been given passage before you. Provisions made to allow your service to pass the stopper. We'll just have to wait and see, I think. And I mean, I understand what it's saying. I just need to figure out how that actually affects the scenario. Gibson says, do you have any earlier train sim versions? Well, this is Train Simulator 2021, and they update it every year, but it's still Railworks. It's still the Dovetail Games Train Simulator, so really it's the same simulator, if you know what I mean. They just update it every year. I've also got Train Simulator World 2, which is the next version from this. It's built on the Unreal Engine. There isn't a lot of DLC for it just yet, but that is, graphically it's better than this. But for me, this one has so much DLC. I think I've got like 300 trains and routes, and yeah, I probably used about 5 of them, including these 2 today. But I also have Microsoft Train Simulator 2. Sorry, Microsoft Train Simulator, not a number 2, but I've got that as well. And you know, that's a 32-bit game. You know, I do like it though, because again, it still captures the essence of train simming. But yeah, I don't have any of the other ones that are out there. I know there's one called Trains with a Z at the end of it. Beautiful looking simulator. Plus there's a multiplayer on it where you can actually do dispatch and things like that, but I don't want to have to split my funds between multiple train simulators, because again, I've already got 3, so I don't need another one. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Jepson. And you were asking about the earlier ones, and really the earlier version of this, I mean, it's minor updates every so often. I can't honestly say that I've seen huge differences in it, because they tried to make it backward compatible as well. So much of the DLC still runs on the newer Train Simulator 2021, and when they update it, probably August, you know, it'll become Train Simulator 2022. They still need to try and make it as compatible as they can with the older DLC. Right, task list. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about what they want me to do. And I still have not put any brakes on. Yeah, so Gibson says, thanks. I wonder, has that Train Simulator 2015? Yep, it's the same simulator, my friend. And that's the thing. I mean, if you've got it now, there's probably a free update. They never actually charge you for the updates unless you're buying it from new. Because I did the same. I think I had it in 2012 and or 20. Whatever, anyway, before 2015, and they just keep updating it. Right, so I need to figure this out, so bear with me. Off the accelerator, and as I said, I have zero idea how quickly this stops, so I'm going to put some brakes on. So that's full service. That was the AWS automatic warning system. I thought I'd applied the emergency brake there. Full service braking. So let's apply locomotive brake now. Right, okay, let's let that off. I will be really shocked and amazed and surprised, and any other words like that you can think of, if I do this without hurtling through the station at 50 miles an hour. Oh, hear that engine? Oh, that's an amazing sound. Don't you just love that sound? So ETA is 13:23 and I'm at 13:22. Wow. Am I actually going to achieve this? Alright, let's see. The aim every time with these is to try and get at the beginning of the platform around 20 miles an hour. And you know, it gives you a little bit of a target. Oh, look at that station. Forget the AI people, you know, that's always one of these things that's never really that good, but just look at it. Man, I got a lot of passengers here. And they all want to jump on my train. Right. Let's make sure I haven't left the braking too late and get my finger ready to open the doors. Right, let's get these doors open. This is beautiful. I did a rather good job with that stop, if I say so myself. So that's a sound of surprise, not arrogance. It's like, goodness me, but look at that. There is an external camera, but I tend to just use external right away driver. Oh, did you hear the whistle? And the doors should have shut themselves, which they have. Listen to this. Isn't this wonderful? This is why I like train simming as opposed to actually having a real train set. If I had the money and the space for a train set, I would trust me, I would like one. You know, but I don't have the artistic skills to actually do a decent train set. But you know, how do you replicate this? Hear it. This is excellent. Wow. Right, well, I've managed my first stop. Let's have a look at the task list. Glastonbury, 20 miles away, so let's check the points. Centre on player. See, I still don't know what those portals were. Never mind. Right. Oops, sorry about that. So really the only thing I want to do is make sure there are no points here, so you know what, I guess one of these days I will actually have to read the manual and find out what these are. But for now, the only thing I'm concerned about is making sure that there are no points that I need to worry about. And it doesn't look like there are. But again, I don't want to get too... Oh, look at that, there is. So the Network Weymouth at Worcester, so there we go. So we do have a train in front. Which is nice to see. Well, let's have a quick look around the cab here actually. So I'm sure we'll have wipers. Okay, what else do we have? Not much of anything really, but look at this. You can just imagine how many stories this train could tell, you know. Alright, let's jump outside and have another wee look, I think. So Jepson says he thinks that the portals are used for getting rid of an AI train after it's passed the player's train. Oh yeah, you mean like a passing place like you have on single lane roads or stuff? Yeah, you know what, that possibly it could be. Possibly that's what it could be, my friend. Oh, just I see cars out there as well. Look at that. Wow. You know, when you think people designed all this, and a lot of it, if you're looking that way, you're never even going to see what's on that side, you know, and it's like for something that you might miss or just see for a fleeting second, you know, the attention to detail. Gibson says spawn points for AI. Not sure, mate, not sure. I will certainly have to look it up though, mate. But you know, it sounds valid. Why not, you know? So when that AWS goes off, this exclamation mark goes on, and you hear that sound. For one of it, I'm not quite sure what you would call it, but puts me in a little bit of a panic, and I think that's the purpose of it. It's meant to go, hey, wake up driver, there's something you need to take care of. So what I did then is I've got an alert button, I just hit that and it reset it. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little nervous that I actually thought I missed the station there for a bit. Westbury's 15 mile away. Okay. Really, that's the only thing I need to be aware of, and keep my eyes up for messages up here in the middle. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by here today. It's very, very kind of you. I hope you're enjoying the train simulator as much as I'm enjoying streaming it, to be honest. It's see, that wasn't an AWS, that's just a... If you have it, in fact, I'll show you, when you approach some lights, it goes off. I think it's that as another thing that just says, hey, you know, there's an aspect coming up. Just a little bit like a friendly nudge, I guess. And the AWS sound was that hooter sound, like a... Right. So one thing that I did do was turn off losing points for speeding, just because I was losing everything, and you know, again, it's not my aim to speed. See that there? So we got a speed limit and we got an aspect, so that wasn't the AWS. So yeah, but to the speed, it's not my plan on speeding, but I was constantly just losing all my points. Now I don't get any, and I'm happy with that. It's the way that I play most simulators, to be honest. If points meant something like they do in Train Simulator, Euro Truck or American Truck Simulator, where you can use your experience points to get, you know, skills and things like that, then, you know, but for this it doesn't really mean anything other than just a personal goal. You know, like I got 9,000 or 900 points last time, let's see if we can get 950. Right, okay, so here we go, we got a yellow aspect coming up. So, I'm going to slow it way down. Yeah, slow it way down. Alright, centre on plater. Yeah, and see, there's the network Weymouth one up here, and here's me down the bottom. Alright. So the only thing you really need to be aware of when you see a yellow aspect is chances are the next one's going to be a red or another yellow. It's just basically giving you a warning, and the fact is I was getting too close to the Weymouth train. But look at this! Wow, I got to jump outside again, yeah? Look at this! Let's get a picture of this one as well, I think. Oh, look at this! Wow. But I'm going to stick to 60 miles. See that ahead there? So we've got another yellow aspect. So that's good. If I keep it at 60 miles an hour, it should be good then. Right, that was the AWS. And yeah, I guess I could read the book and actually find out what it all means, but I just know when the AWS goes off, you hit the acknowledge button. See, what I'm going to do is say, hey, I'm doing really well here again, and that's going to tempt fate, and I'm going to crash, or I'm going to run off the rails, or I'm going to speed through a junction. Alright, these little lights down here, I'm thinking that's telling me that the next light is going to be a red. They're almost like, hey, the next light is. Meanwhile, can we see what it is yet? It's going to say, meanwhile, I'm going to look at this. Look at that! Look at it. Like it says, it's like, you could drive right past this. I'm going to slow down here. I can't really see the light. Ah, you know what? It's not a light, it's the side of a building. Not to worry. I can always speed up again. Oh, it is an indicator, but it's on the other side of the road. The track, rather. Okay. Right, let's quicken up a wee bit. But yeah, really enjoying this. Like I said, I just hope I don't make a pig's ear of it. Poor old pig. And we got a green. Right, so let's throttle up and let's get some speed. And the W sign is whistle or horn. Basically just means make a racket because you're coming to probably a crossing coming up. But at least now we know that we're following another train. Which was interesting because at the start of the scenario it said that this was unscheduled, and they did just slot it in best they could, so. Alright. Quick check of what we need to do next. 8 miles, right. Yesterday I was, or before my stream yesterday, I went out in the kayak, and I think it was like 96 Fahrenheit, what's that, about 35, 36 Celsius, and yeah, I was covered from head to toe in suntan lotion, and mind you, I didn't get burnt. Scotsmen were never meant to be out in the sun, but I enjoyed it. I did about 6 miles. Just on a local lake, and you know, it got me out of the house for a couple of hours. And that 40 with that arrow to the left is saying that the speed limit on the track to the left is 40. But yeah, really, so far so good. The train itself seems to be manageable to control, and I'm choosing my words carefully because I know how I know how I drive. I'll go, oh look, squirrel, and then I'll miss the train station. Ah, look, that looks like an industrial area there. Office and car parks. Whistle, there we go. Oh, look at this. He can't beat it. Oh, look at this guy. Even got a flashing light on the back. The only problem with being outside is I need to make sure I don't miss the AWS, because other than this little indicator here, you can't actually hear the AWS when you're outside. So I just need to keep an eye on that as well. Alright, so we've got just over 4 miles to go, and so far so good. Let's jump back in the carriage. I could see some lights coming up, so, and we're still green. Nice. So it looks like doing that 60 mile an hour has given us plenty of space between us and the train ahead. And we're like 40 minutes into this, and I think this is probably got another 30 minutes to go. So far so good. Ah, right, so we've got a 40 coming up. But one thing that I do love about this is just learning the different trains, learning the different controls. And Arlansky, hello my friend. He says, how are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. I'm learning a new train. Well, a new old train. And trying to get my head around the braking. And so I'm now doing independent brake and auto brake. I hope I haven't left it too late. Nah, we're good. Quarter of a mile. Yeah, in a little bit of panic, Erlansky, because it's like I've had so many scenarios that I fail because I don't brake or I move when the doors are open. You know, silly little things. Look at that. Right, let's check the map actually. Center on player. Show task. Oh my word. Where am I? Right, we're on the blue line. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Yeah. Can you detect a hint of confusion here? So where is it? Pick up passenger from Westbury 3. Westbury 3 is... Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. We will soon find out, guys. Just listen to that sound. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm starting to get, hey, I know what I'm doing here, you know. I'm starting to do the happy dance, but it's like, we all know what happens when I do that is I mess up. So let's save the happy dance until the engine's off, the passengers are out, and I've completed the scenario. Absolutely. Right, so Westbury 3, let's check my task list because I'm paranoid. Pick up passengers from Westbury 3. Oh, look at this, just look at the scenery here, guys. In fact, let's also watch the braking, Seamus. So as I said earlier, my plan is always to try and get to at least down to 20 miles an hour before I actually hit the corner of the platform. And this seems to work for me, you know. I don't always get it perfect because, you know, I'm driving different trains all the time, but just look at this. Seriously, this is a lot of fun. And look at that. Choo choo. Yep. Greetings, Colonel Fork. How you doing, buddy? Yep. The wheels on the train go around and around and around and around here. So far, I'm doing so good. So far. Right. Let's not tempt fate here. Let's stop. Come on, James. Anytime you want to stop. Right. Alright. Oh, hello, dude. Open the doors. That's a huge jump, isn't it? let's not worry about that. They're all athletes. They're all athletes. That's a huge jump. Never mind. We're all good. So, who do we got? Goblin Zeus. Choo choo, good evening. How you doing, mate? Says Goblin Zeus. I am doing grand. In fact, let's just jump in the cab again. Arlansky says, what do you prefer, this or TS2020? You know what, I like them both for different reasons. Right away, driver. Bear with me now, my friend. Do you hear that whistle? Do you hear that whistle? Awesome. I like them both. I like this one because it has so much DLC. And they update it every year. But I also like TSW 2020 just because it's on the Unreal Engine. It's almost like TSW is like Microsoft Flight Sim, and TS2021 is almost like FSX. You know, that's the way I look at them. But this one actually I enjoy more for one reason, and that's the fact that the rail driver controller works straight out the box in TS2021. For Train Simulator World, they've just added it to, you know, it was either the last or next to last update, and it doesn't work on all the trains. So you have to go back to using a keyboard again. That doesn't mean to say that I dislike Train Sim World 2. Oh dear, all these letters. It just means like I prefer it just because I can use the controller. But yeah, it's going to be the way forward, mate, I think. As is MSFS, you know, for the same reasons. Right. So bear with me now. Let me see what my task list is. Right. Do the whistle. Right. Pick up passengers from Bath Spa 1. 17 mile. Right, let's just get past this next aspect and we'll have a quick look at the carriage again. Colonel Fork said he's hungry. Well, that didn't take long. We're actually in Glastonbury, or we're heading for Glastonbury in the UK, mate, in England. This is an emergency run that they've slotted between the regular commuter trains just to pick up because the Glastonbury Festival is on. Right, let's have a quick look again. Which button is it? Which button is it? Here we go. I just love this view. Oh, speeding. Yep, still speeding. I guess it could brake a little bit. And it's like I said, the only thing I worry about driving the train is not so much speeding, but it's running off the track. Ever since I did away with the points system, speeding doesn't really do anything, just flashes a little notice up there saying I'm speeding. But look at this, you know. Right, so here we go, yellow aspect, so I'm going to slow her down. And we got a 50 coming up, so that's actually not bad timing. Oh, look at this. I get so carried away with the scenery, don't I? Right, so let's see what we got coming up here, guys. I'm not going to look at the map at the moment because I'll get in a little panic. I keep thinking I'm going to miss something, which I generally do actually. So we do have lights coming up here. And look at these houses. Really, really well done here. Right, so that's a red light. Alright, so please stop, please stop. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. Oh, oh. One thing that I did do away with was running a red does not stop the scenario, because as you see just what happened there, I was not anticipating that. I should have slowed down a lot more. But anyway, we're stopped now. Not sure how that helps me because now I can't see the light. No, I can't see the light. Again, you know what, bear with me now, let's jump out. I did another train. Or is that just the engine? Hey Scorpio, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I probably will reverse actually, Jepson. Look at this, isn't this cracking? Or what I could do, so I'm now actually using the free camera. There we go. Oh, look at this. Love it. Oh, where's my train? There we go. So I see we're still in the red. There we go. I didn't miss it by much, just a train length. Right, so one thing you can do is actually, where is it, task list? Pass ahead, no, it won't let me do anything, okay. So, what I could do is just sit here and wait and see what happens. Right, let's catch up with the chat actually. I think I've caught everything. Scorpio49 says, "Hi Seamus, I hope you haven't lost your job driving trucks." You know, it's funny, but it's I've been playing around with driving Japanese routes, or a Japanese route in the train sim, and for the moment I just thought I would jump in and do an English one, and that's where we are. It was either this or actually jumping back into Euro Truck Simulator, because it's been having updates. And I don't even know what those updates are, but I've been seeing them. As is Fernbus has got updates, TramSim has updates, the bus has updates, and a lot of catching up to do. A lot of catching up to do. So let's jump back in the cab. Let's see, pass ahead at danger. Denied. So what I did, there's a button actually said, it says requires to pass signal at danger. That's fine, so it won't let me do that. So let's have a quick look at the map and see what we can actually find. So center on the player. So what is on the track? Hang on. I'm going the wrong. Oh, I was going the wrong direction there. Right. Ah, you know what, that's funny, because earlier it said that they were going to give me permission to pass this guy. And he's on the other track. So I wonder what else we've got. Sometimes these scenarios do actually break. But we've got nothing here. Ah, here we go. The high-speed train, London to Waterloo. That's what it is. I just need to keep my eyes open then, I guess. I'm going to try that again. Pass ahead at danger, denied. Okay. Where's my free camera? There we go. Right. So we didn't miss it by much, like I'm saying, a train length. So really, and you know, I said this the last time that I run a red light, is when you see a yellow aspect, slow it down. And I was just assuming that 60 mile an hour would have been good. It wasn't. I guess we could just go for a quick beer while we wait on this light, because I don't want to do this pass ahead at danger. It doesn't let me do anything. It'll probably tell me when I'm in here messing about with things. But yeah, so maybe we need this to get into a bit further away, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, so there's a high-speed train up there, and I'm down here. I just hope it isn't broken. So I felt sorry I was talking to Kendra yesterday on my stream, and it was funny because I'd already set everything up, and just at the start of the stream I let out a little cough, so I put the microphone on mute. Yeah, 15 minutes later I realised I hadn't actually put it back on live again, so it was like, oops. Right, you know what? Yeah. Guess what I'm going to do? And I'm just hoping that I haven't broken the scenario. I guess it really depends on where it's detecting this, to be honest. And yeah, I know there's no other trains behind me, so we're good. We're good. Scorpio49 says, first time I've seen you on the train sim. A lot of hanging around. You know, it's sometimes there is, especially when I break things like running a red aspect. So I might have actually broken the scenario. I hope not. Oh, look at that! Morning! Saying hello to the train driver. There we go. That's it. Oh, that's... yeah. Right. There we go. I never saw that train coming towards me, so that's what it was. Right, let's get going. But to your point there, Scorpio, generally speaking with these scenarios, there's not too much hanging around, but I guess in real life that's the way trains go, isn't it, you know? I don't know, like saying, generally speaking, there's not too much. And Jepson says, there we go. So I don't know if it was your tip to reverse or just the fact there's a train coming towards me that I never saw on the map, but either way, we're good to go. And I haven't broken it. Right, so we've got 30 miles to go and approximately 15 minutes to get there, so let's get going. Oh, look at these bridges. Wow. And you know what, Jepson, you'll appreciate the work. I mean, look at this here. I mean, the detail is not anything like what you would put in yours. And, you know, as I said earlier, it's like, you look at this way, you might not even see what's on the other side, and yet these people have put these details in for what might only be seen a fraction of a second, you know, and it's... I don't know how you guys do it, Jepson, I really don't. I mean, the attention to detail and just the focusing to get it done, it's like I know I would lose interest. I would go, not another piece of track, or not another runway, or, you know, just speeding. So you have my respect, my friend. You have my respect. And I'm just sounding the horn just because it's my train. There we go. But I'm, again, you know, I'm rather pleased that I didn't ruin it. Should I have reversed? Nah. Should I have slowed down? Yeah, you know, I mean... it's but like I said, this is my train set. I'm doing my best with it, and I'm happy with that. It's alright, I just love that engine sound. Right, so I'm still a little wary that I'm going to get a message popping. Right. Oh, 40 coming up. Nice, okay. Thank you, AWS. Certainly wakens you up, I tell you. Yeah, Jepson says it takes a long time, but if you enjoy it, that's what helps. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. I would enjoy it, but again, I don't think I could maintain the... Oh, that's an interesting bridge. You know, I don't know, just the constant work that you need to do on it. But I guess, you know, you do it in phases, don't you? And you get a workflow that would work for you, you know. It's nice. I think when I was younger, I probably could have done it, because I remember I used to learn assembly language programming. And of course, you know, most people learned basic programming. And I remember typing in this huge program, and right at the very end, the computer crashed. But it didn't bother me. I thought, no matter, I'll just redo it. So I sat there for another 2 or 3 hours and typed the whole lot in again. And it's like, I had the patience to do stuff like that. But now it's like, I'm not doing that again, you know. It's, I'm not touching that again. It's a shame we don't have a bit better sky here, you know. Life is short, says Scorpio. Yeah, but you know the funny thing is that with music, I can sit there for hours going over and over and over and over. I mean, just earlier today I had my low D whistle. I've been learning some Irish reels, actually, whistle. And that I have no problem doing, you know, just repetition. But other things, I don't know. Oh, look at the shed. Oh. Right. I need to maintain focus here, make sure I don't mess this up. And I need to stop saying that as well. It's like I almost come into the simulator thinking, I'm probably going to mess that up, you know. But Scorpio says you can't change the weather. Well, the weather is dependent upon the scenario. You know, you'll get another scenario, it'll be different month, different season, different time of day, different weathers. I'm not quite sure what the weather said for this. I think it just says miserable British day, you know. Look at this. Wow. Right, let's cooking her up here, guys. Let's get some... Oh, look at this. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. Right, so what have we got? We've got 9 miles to go. Got a green aspect coming up. Oh, look at those trees. Wow. You can tell that all of it... Oh, and look at the cows in the field. Hang on. Oh, right. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. Where's my train? Look at that, will you? And I'm speeding. Right, let's jump back in again. Like I say, I think the really the only thing that I worry about is rolling off the track. Look at these cottages. That's a small platform. Man. Yeah, one thing that I have been doing recently is the steam trains. I've recently bought a load of steam trains. Well, I'm saying a lot, I bought a few. You know, they come in packs of 4 or 5 of this versions of the same one. And those are a challenge as well as trying to learn this, you know, driving the train like this is fine. You accelerate, you brake, but you also have to keep an eye on the scenario and all the rest of it. The steam trains are a completely different kettle of fish. But I want to learn them. I owe somebody a favour, shall we say, to do a stream with the steam trains. Scorpio said, are there any emergencies to overcome? When you say emergencies, I'm not 100% sure what you mean, my friend. There are some scenarios where, like, you've got to get to a certain destination within a certain time, but emergencies, there are some scenarios where there's a train broken down on the track and you're actually delivering the workers to it, that sort of thing. But it really depends on the route and the scenarios that has been written for it. Damsels tied across the track. I would hope not, there, Scorpio. But you never know. You never know. Oh, I got the brakes on. Look at this. Just look at this. Oh, there's a photograph. Let's have a look from the back. Oh, look at that, will you? There's a picture. Look at that, right. Whistle. Oh, look at, goodness me, I'm just taking pictures by the dozen here. Honestly, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh my word. And you know, you could blink and miss it all entirely. Oh, I'm glad I didn't. Oh, cracking little part of the road there. Alright, brakes off, throttle, we're good. Okay. And we got 6 miles to go. And we got a green aspect. Nice. Daffodils in the garden too. Yes. Yep. It's like in the detail here is amazing. Oh, look at that river. Oh, and look at me speeding. That's okay. Man, oh man, that's wonderful. And yeah, for those of you that didn't read the description, which I never do, to the stream, I apologise to someone the other day. I says, so what game is this? He went, you don't read the description, do you? I went, oh yeah, I'm always forgetting to do that. So this is the Class 47 in British Rail Blue, and the route we're on is the South Western Expressway, and this is an emergency route to Glastonbury. We've got a 60 coming up. This is, and yeah, for those of you that watch me a lot in the streams, you'll hear me say this a lot. This is very enjoyable. This is really enjoyable. You know, pasty white sky, rural countryside, beautiful buildings. AWS telling me we've got a speed change. Thank you, AWS, you're a lifesaver. But yeah, this is wonderful. And we're still running by the river. What could possibly go wrong, I ask myself. Right, so we've got a 60, then we've got a 50 coming up. Yeah, Alaska said, who's headlining in Glastonbury? Oh, look at this. Look. You know, I don't, you know, if somebody was to say what's my favourite simulator, I'd go all of them. Whether it's trains, trams, trucks, buses, yep, and even flight sim. Even flight sim, believe it or not. It's just sitting there gathering a little bit of dust this year. Oh, I read a comment and I'm talking, so the flight sims are just gathering a little bit of dust at the moment. Scorpio says no festival this year. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. It's I know some friends that have been to that. It's a world famous location, mate, isn't it? Right, so we got lights coming up, and we got a speed change coming up, and we got less than 3 miles to go. Man, look at this. Right, I'm going to jump in the map, because, in fact, after I see the next lights, actually. Because I don't want to have the same problem I had before. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so let's look at the map. Center on player. We are certainly shifting here. Show task. Right, we're good. We are good. We are smoking. Right, let's make sure I can brake this thing as well. As in brake, as in slow down, not brake it. Oh, look at that there. Look at those buildings on this, on the side of the hill. Man. Right, I'm going to probably keep this at 55 because we're hitting a 55 in a minute. And there's the AWS, thank you. Yeah, I talk to all the machines, I've noticed. And for those of you that saw about half hour ago where I run the red light, it didn't stop the scenario, and I turned it off as well because, as I did mention previously, it's not my intention to run these red lights when there's a red aspect, but I don't like it. You know, I got like 40 minutes into scenario last week, I think it was, and it just stopped because I run a red aspect. And you know, again, I'm trying to do these best I can. Look at these. Look. Wow. Right, Seamus, get ready to slow down even more, my friend. Wow. If I had confidence, I would... Oh, there's a picture. Oh, look at that behind it. I was going to say if I had confidence I would try and stop it from an external view. Just admiring the scenery again. Wow. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to jump in the cab. I can't do this. I can't do it. There we go. I feel comfortable now. I'm doing 20 miles an hour. So, fingers ready with the brakes, fingers ready with the doors. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to get too smug about this because I did that yesterday on the Japanese route, and as I said, about 87 minutes into it, and the very last stop before I actually just took the train back, and forgot I didn't pick up the passengers. I flew through the station, and then I drove off with the doors open, and that's what actually ended the scenario. Where are we? Oh, ho 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 ho. Oh, look at that. There's a picture. Let's have a look at the other view. Where's my train? Man, this is awesome. Right away, driver. So I wonder if I hear a whistle. Yeah, I just heard it, and because I was in the wrong view. That. Right. Let's get going. Man. Oh. Look at the stone building. Look at that church. Look at it. Wow. Where's my carriage view? Oh, missed it. Right, so we're in a 90 coming up. Let's have a look at our task list. Look at this. Pick up passengers from Bristol Templemeads. 11 miles and we'll be done. This is went actually a lot better than... Try not to sound negative, Seamus. It went better than I thought it was going to. And just because of my past experience, shall we say. There we go. Past experience. So let's check all the points between where I am and where I'm going. Oh! Center player. Yeah, this could be interesting. Right, these are all good. There's no points for me to change. What are we? We're doing 50 miles an hour at the moment. Yeah, I'll check again in a minute. So I think we're good so far. Alright. And I think it says down here, yeah, maximum speed 95 miles an hour. But yeah, I'm already doing a happy dance in my chair thinking, hey, I've got this. And I should know better. I should know better. Look at this scenery though. Wow. Yeah, I've probably said that about 30 times already. This is beautiful. Very, very nice. So maybe for the next stream what I might do is keep either the same train or the same route and you know, just see what happens from there, I think. But this is definitely not one of the harder trains to drive. Definitely seem to be managing it, but one thing I do need to do is look at the differences between the brakes, because as I've got two sets of brakes on here. Right, so we got less than 9 miles to go, everybody. Less than 9 miles to go and we'll be finished. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by today. It's very kind of you, and I hope the day's treating you all well. And if you want to hit the follow button and get notified when I stream the next time, please feel free to do so. That'd be very kind of you, but not required, as they say. But I hope you're enjoying the stream, actually. One of these days I might actually get round to doing a stream in the flight simulator, but I don't know. It's if I did, it would not be a multiplayer one. It would just be me, maybe in a Cessna 152 or the Bell helicopter or something like that. But I think for now, with all the other sims that I've got, it's probably not going to happen. You know, it's Scorpio said, it's like, you know, I need to get back into the truck sims again, or the bus, or the tram. Yeah, but this is very relaxing. So Scorpio 49 says, off to fly in southern Spain with TTM this evening, the weather will be better. Yeah, I think British weather is infamous for not being good most year round. Goblin Zeus says you can do it alone in MSFS. Some streamers do that. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I know we've got one chap in the Two-Tone Murphy Discord, and you know, I think, I'm not sure if he was doing it on his own or not, but... And Diesel John, he says, hey mate, sorry I'm late for joining you. Not a problem, my friend, good to see you. I've only run through one red light today, Diesel John. And I've been speeding a lot, but as I mentioned earlier, if you'd have been here, you would have heard me say this. I've turned off the running a red aspect, stops the scenario, and the points as well, so I've turned all those off. Otherwise the scenario would have ended 20 minutes ago. So I did it again, Diesel John. I did exactly what I always do. I see a yellow aspect, I go, oh, I wonder what's behind that, and then a red light comes up and I miss it. Nah, you know what's funny, it's like, it appeals to my sense of how I want to do this. It's like, I don't want little things like running a red light to stop it. You get my point. You know, it's you know, and to repeat what I said earlier is that it's not my plan to actually run a red light, and if I do it by accident, yeah, I don't want the scenario to end. So, but yeah, but it means I'll get no more points, which again I'm fine. I just want that little check mark to say, yeah, I've completed the scenario, and I'll be fine with that. So what are you doing today, mate? It is my train set, absolutely. So what are you going to be doing today, mate? Trains or trucks? Alright, slow it down a wee bit. Back on the trucks, yeah. I know, it's Scorpio was talking about that earlier actually. It's I was so close to doing it, but last night I did a stream on the Japanese route, the story of Forest Rail. 87-minute scenario. I got all the way to the very last stop, and I didn't brake hard enough, so I flew through the station. And what did I do? I opened the doors and then I started moving, and I failed the scenario for that. It says moving while the doors were open. So, so today, oh, look at the cranes. Nice. So today I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump in the train simulator, but it's not going to be in the Japanese route. So bear with me now. But I tell you, this is this class 47, Dan. It's very nice to drive. It is very nice to drive, and this is our last stop coming up. Yeah, that was my thoughts. Jay Winokur was on the stream and he just went, no! Right, you need to slow it down here, Seamus. Right, slow it down quite a lot, Seamus. There we go. Wow. But I'm not, you know what, I'm not going to count the chickens just yet. I haven't finished. I haven't finished just yet. Oh, look at that. Look at the comms tower there. Little microwave antennas up there. This is excellent. See, this is what happens. I go looking at scenery and then I miss... Oh, what's that? Is that smoke? It is. It was smoke. It was one that was coming across the railway then. Oh, speeding. Bonfire. There we go. Look at this. Bristol Temple meets here we are. I wonder if we can see where that smoke came from. Man, this is busy. Let's jump in the cab. Yeah, so see what I mean? We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. And yeah, I know I'm doing 7 miles less than the speed limit, but I don't care. In fact, let's give it a little, just to hear the engine sound. Sorry, I stopped talking. I'm sort of like holding my breath thinking, am I going to finish the scenario without breaking something? Ah, the pressure's on. The pressure's on. I can hear seagulls. I think I heard seagulls. Open the doors. Well, not yet. Alright, let's jump outside. Look at that, will you? Oh my goodness. Got to get a picture of that first, actually. Oh, I better open the doors, let the people out. Right. Yeah, these lot are not getting up with the looks of it. So just sit here with bated breath now. Am I going to finish it? Am I going to finish it? Thank you. Is that it? Oh, scenario complete. Thank you. Wow. Maybe now I can do my happy dance. Let's see if it actually shows up as complete. Right. So what do we get? Targets complete 4 out of 4. Operational errors. Signal passed at danger once. Penalty brakes applied once. Speeding 12 times. Yeah, that's normal. There we go. See, so I got no points out of it, but I did complete it. And I'm happy with that. So let's go and have a quick look. Yeah, oh, this is what I was going... Yeah, see this one up here? Just while we're chatting away. Thank you, Diesel John. I appreciate that. So it's this guy here, 87 minutes, let's say, and I got all the way to the end and then, oops. So let's unfilter that. But yeah, so look at this. I got 7 pages. 7 pages of routes, you know. And this is just the ones that show up in career mode. And what have we got for trains, actually? 21 pages of trains. I'll never get through all of these. I keep buying them, though. I keep buying them. And, yeah, I could probably play this for 10 hours a day for the next 10 years and never... never actually... I just need to stop buying them and start using these. Right, well, anyway, so I completed the scenario. Yeah, happy dance time. What route did you just stream, says Diesel John? Well, it was the class... In fact, I tell you what, let me do this, my friend. Let me just show you, buddy. So let's do class 47. It was a class 47 in BR Blue. What was it? What was it? It was the Southwestern Expressway, Dan, actually. I guess I should have just done it this way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Southwestern Expressway. Where'd it go? Whatever. It was the Southwestern Expressway anyway. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up, because that was definitely a career mode. Huh. No, this has got me intrigued now, actually. Class 47. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm just curious now. So class 47 BR Blue. There we go. Why is it not showing? You know what? I'm not going to fuss with it. Anywho, I tell you what, that was an hour and a half. I enjoyed that. Didn't break anything other than my nerves running that red light, but I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll probably catch most of you guys and girls later on Two Tone Murphy's stream. So until we meet again, there's a song coming out again, until we meet again. So until we chat again on the next one, and here's Dangerous Brian, Just Got Home. You caught me just in time to say goodbye. Alright guys, well, nice to see you, Dangerous Brian. I'll catch you on Two Tone Murphy's, I'm sure, later on. But, yep, all the best for now, everybody, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Let's see if my butt...
Dear, I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn, your pawn, your pawn. My love was in but I My love